Hey guys, how's it going today? I'm Sati Kazanzada, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to create Telegram bots by using Python. It's very simple, and let's start. I'm gonna use Python Telegram bot library. It's very easy to use and it's free. You can enter this website and read documentation. See, there are a bunch of functions here, so you can read and use this function to create more complex bots. So let's go to Telegram and search for botfather. Botfather is a bot too, and it will help us to create new bots. And just write down a new bot, and he will ask you for a bot's name. You will enter your bot's name, for example my first bot, and then he will ask you for username. You will enter your bot's username, but make sure that your username will end with bot. That's all important part. So finally botfather will give us a token, and let's copy it. Now we can start. Go to cmd and you can write cmd and command, open your command prompt and write down pip install python telegram bot. Just enter. It will download a library for you, and if you get an error like pip is not recognized, it is because of path problem. So you need to go edit the environment variables for your account. So go to path, click edit and add new path, copy your Python's location path and paste. Yeah, you see I have these two path for my pip. Okay, pip, this pip freeze. You see I'm using version 13.6. Okay, let's start code. First we need to import our library. Let's from telegram.ext import. You can import everything like that, but in this video I'm creating very simple bot, so I need only 4 functions: updater, filters, command handler and message handler. And those guys are enough for me, and let's import from a random import random. This is not for bot, this is for generating random number, and I will use in my function. So let's create our main function, def main, and let's create our update. And first let's initialize our token is equal to paste our token here. Alright, update equal to updater and token. Okay, and let's start bot update that start polling and update that idle. These two functions will start our bot, and let's keep our server online. If name is equal to main, alright, just run main function. Okay, is right. Now let's create our logic functions, like for example first function def generate random and we need to pass two arguments, first update and context. Okay, now let's generate a random number and send it to user. That's our goal. So random number num is equal to randint. Randint will provide us an integer random number, and interval will, let's say, 100. Cool. And now we need to send this random number to user, right? Let's write this function, update that message that reply text, and return our message here, random number. Make sure that you convert it to string type. Okay, and let's call this function inside of our main function, update that dispatch, alright, at handler. And this time we are using command handler. Let's say when user enters command, like let's say random command, like that, random, our bot will provide a random number for user. Let's do it. Command handler, and name of our command will be random, and function will be generate random number. Okay, everything seems okay. Let's run it and see. Okay, our server is online now, and search for our bot. My bot's username is SadoSmartBot, so I copied this, paste it down here, alright, and I got my bot. This is my previous tryings. Let's clear and search again, write down a random, and you see our bot provides a random number for us. Let's try again, random, and every time you enter random, this bot will generate a random number and send it to you. So let's create a new function that use message handler. You see here we write commands. Now let's create a bot that reads, let's create a function actually that reads message and can do some stuff. Alright, let's do it. First, let's create new function, and let's name it calculate, and of course we need to arguments update and context. Okay, and now this time we need to take message, which is user intent, right? Message, let's say message equal to update that message that text. It will provide a string, a message which is user entered. For example, like that we need to user to enter some numbers by spacing, like that 22, 5, 6 for example, and we will sum all that numbers, and then we'll send back some of these numbers. So how to do that? First, let's split our string, because we have just one string, and we need to split these strings into substrings which include our number. So numbers, just say nums, equals to message that split, and by default it was split by space. That's what we wanna see. And then we need to create a loop because we don't know how many numbers user will enter. So for num in nums, and of course we need to create a sum variable which is initially 0. Sum plus equals integer num. Why we are using integer here? Because our message is string and our array will be string too, and that's why we need to convert it to integer to a sum. Alright, to add. Okay, let's go. And in this part be careful because you can get error. Why? Because a user can enter something like that, 22 5 and some string can't be converted to integer, right? And you will get an error. By you can use try and accept here, but I'm not gonna use that this time. But if you do that, your work will your code will work perfectly. So and finally we need to send a sum to user, right? Just copy this line and paste down here and just change to sum, right? And this line will send sum to user. Now let's call it inside of our main function update dot dispatcher dot add handler, and this time we are using message handler, right? Message handler, and now we are using filters dot text, which will only take text, and name of our function which is calculate, right? Oops. Save it and run it. Just kill terminal and run it again. Okay, let's try it. Random. So random function is working, and write down it 22 5 5. See, it calculates the sum of all these numbers and then send us. That's what we wanna see. Let's try something else like 30 30 30 40 sum. Okay, it's working. Now this is very simple Python Telegram bot. You can create more complex bots and maybe can get money from this bot. I offer you to use request to learn request library too, because for example if you need to create more complex bots, you will need HTTP request. That's why you'll need to learn this library. So I think that's enough for today's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.